opens up. Stand by camera 2.
Here for you at 5 o'clock. Fox 4 News starts now.
And some of my cues.
The threat of storms has prompted one local school district to start its football games early tonight. Hi, and good
Ready,
evening. I'm
D9?
Steve Eager.
Hi, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes. Mansfield ISD moved kickoff up to 6 p.m. That's an hour earlier than it would have been.
Remote's
We're going
up.
to take a look west from downtown
Dan's at
Dallas
Keywell,
toward
camera 4.
Mansfield. Cloudy skies out
Pretty
there.
adding Dan's
Things are
mic.
looking a little dark.
I can't remember the last time we had a long day of sunshine. It's been a
No,
while.
it's been a while. The
Very
two-
threatening now.
Right. The two
Ready,
games
Dan's
tonight,
mic?
we're talking about Mansfield High School versus Legacy and Timberview versus Lake Ridge. Again, they're going to start in about an hour, 6 o'clock, because of the potential for severe weather. They want to get those games in.
Got it. Chief Meteorologist Dan
Dan's
Henry.
mic's
Now
hot.
the latest
Ready
on
on cam?
tonight's rain potential, Dan.
Yeah,
Mic's
well,
clear in the studio.
no severe weather
Hands up.
expected with these showers
Dan's
and
hot.
thunderstorms. We're just talking about
Okay.
rain and lightning in a few cases.
All right, out of
let's
weather,
look into
camera
the
3 is a big
Dallas-Fort
mon.
Worth area here. We've got a heavy
That's
shower
clear.
in progress in Arlington, also in Fort Worth. This
They are
was
down.
kicked off by a southward moving outflow boundary.
Back out to
Not
camera
much,
3, we
lightning
have
being
video,
detected
and then we have our
with
two
either
box,
of these
camera
cells.
1, Steve,
I'll step out of
with
the way
Phil
so you can
Alvarado's
see a
D1.
closer view here into Dallas County. Some scattered showers moving into the Wilmer-Hutchins area around Ferris. These will be moving into Mansfield here in the next hour or so. So the earlier decision to start the game may not actually pan out too well there. Heavier shower up around Mesquite. Meantime, a few showers also extend east from there into northern Kaufman County. These are the thunderstorms that are producing cloud-to-ground lightning strikes
say
as you head out
standby.
into East Texas. This is
Camera
the
3.
area that heated up more this afternoon. We had more sunshine, and so these showers and thunderstorms have built themselves up during the afternoon hours. And very heavy rain. Those are slowly heading off to the west here. It's all being fueled, and we'll show you here in a second. You can see a few isolated showers as well around Glen Rose, down through portions of Johnson County. All being fueled by an area of low pressure down around Corpus Christi, and all of this tropical moisture is feeding onshore from the east and southeast. As we head later into the evening hours, we lose the heating. The showers and storms we're seeing out there right now should wane in coverage. I'm going to still keep the chance, though, at 30% through this evening. Some heavy downpours and some more scattered showers to contend with this week, and especially
Here's my camera
on
3. Stand by
Saturday.
their mic. Stand by
I've got
switcher
more on your
prompter.
forecast here at home, plus the very latest on Florence.
Their
in
mics
just
are
a few
hot.
minutes.
And take my cue switcher.
A Fort Worth police officer is
Ready, Vio?
hospitalized in critical condition tonight after he was shot in a shootout during an undercover sting operation.
Yeah.
Officer Garrett Hall was part of a unit working a surveillance
Doubles next,
operation on
camera
robbery
1,
suspects. The
D1.
officers encountered them at a bar, and when they moved
Turn
in
to
early
1.
this morning to arrest them, one shot Officer Hall, another officer
Tom,
shot
stand by
back,
camera 1 so you
killing
can
the
see you.
shooter.
Camera
Two
1.
of the suspects were then taken into custody. Fox 4's Phil Alvarado is at JPS
Need to get
Hospital,
closer instead of standing in
where
between.
The officer is being treated. Phil.
And Phil's up.
Steve, the officer
Steve, mic's
is
clear.
fighting for his life, surrounded by loved ones and his police
Phil's got a package here.
family. The chief said today that they knew
Okay, I
these
just-
suspects
you can
were
hold it.
dangerous.
We'll talk
That's
after
why
the
they
show.
put
It's fine.
everything into getting them off the streets.
And track tape.
Police had been
All right,
trailing
package
3 men
runs
suspected in
155.
17
About
bar
a person
runs.
is the out cue.
At
We'll be
least
out
10
to
officers
D1.
from the
Phil.
Criminal Intelligence Unit, the Robbery Division,
Eventually
and
headed
Special
to
Reactions
OTS.
teams caught up to them early Friday morning when they struck again, this time at Los Vaqueros Sports Bar. Police say at least 10 people were in the bar. Everyone ran out, and there was gunfire as police moved in. Officer Garrett Hall, a husband and father of 2 children, was shot in the head.
There was mayhem on that scene. I can't reinforce enough how during all that mayhem,
Usually
you
when we're
have
live, we do
officers that are
SOT live,
thinking
and
about
it's
not only taking care of Garrett,
probably guess what's
but
cutting it.
moving on to make sure that they affect the arrest of these individuals
As far as
that
my coding
perpetrated
in
this
here.
crime against the 10 people that were inside the bar and our police officers.
Officers shot and killed Dacian Steptoe, seen here in a previous mugshot.
Steptoe.
He's the man police say shot Officer Hall. 2 others were arrested,
One man in the
Samuel
package.
Mayfield and a 3rd man who's not identified.
Ready, Victor?
They came through the back gate and guns drawn and
Oh, it's clear.
Everybody
That was
hit
our
the
last
floor
font.
and
Back out to Phil
took
D1.
everyone's wallets. As soon as they took off, all you heard was gunfire.
Surveillance video from July at a different bar on Hemphill Street shows one of the violent robberies involving the same 3 suspects. Here, the bartender is dragged and customers are pistol whipped before their wallets and phones are stolen. Police say at least 3 people
30 in
were
the
fired
package.
at or shot in the other robberies before this morning.
The dedication that it takes to be in the unit that he's in to, go after the
20.
very worst of the worst.
About
you
a
have to be a
person
special
is the
kind of
out.
person to do that.
Officers from other departments have come to John Peter Smith Hospital to offer
Stand by,
their
Phil.
prayers and support. Many have known Officer Hall during his 17
Stand by.
years on the force.
That work with him every single day
We'll
to say
dissolve
that
out,
he's
ready
the
to D1.
rock of that unit. That says a whole lot about a person.
Dissolve my cue, Phil.
Chief Joel Fitzgerald
We'll add
says
their-
there was a lot
excuse
of
me, we'll add their
heroism
mics,
from
and then
his
Steve will be,
officers, this morning
reading
for
overview.
protecting the innocent and not letting these suspects get away.
My cue.
Steve?
Phil Alvarado live at John Peter Smith Hospital. Thank you.
And
Precious Lord, linger near.
cue.
Hours after the shooting, supporters held a vigil for Officer Hall at Fort Worth Church. The organizers
Thought it was on 2 OTS.
hope to provide comfort for his family. Again, Officer Hall is in critical condition. If we get any update on his condition, we'll
Ready,
pass
Heather?
that along to you as soon as we can.
And take cue.
More court documents have just
Maybe
been
VO and
released
A?
as public record in the Botham Jean shooting investigation. We now know investigators collected electronic data
Camera
from the
4,
door
Sean.
locks to Officer Amber
Work on
Geiger's
this.
apartment and to Botham Jean's apartment, one floor above hers. All of this as the victim's mother demands more answers about information she calls a smear campaign against her son. We want to go to Fox
And
4's
is that
Sean
Sean?
Rabb, who has more now on the new information. Sean?
Heather, the new information in these
Heather's mic's
new
clear.
search warrants just returned to the court today as public record
got
tell
CGP
us
full here.
investigators are setting a timeline of who was coming and going from the Southside Flats the night of the shooting. Investigators now
CG's up.
removed the door lock from Officer Amber Geyer's apartment and downloaded the electronic code information. They did the same for Botham John's apartment door, exactly one floor above. In addition, they downloaded surveillance video from the apartment management
Package will be in
office
CNX.
and gained access to building entry logs. Now, these documents are just being made public as John's family and attorneys call for an internal investigation into DPD, the immediate termination of Amber Geiger, and react to a separate evidentiary search
Ready,
warrant
sound?
made public Thursday.
Track Hixie.
The information received yesterday is to me worse than the call that I
Out cue
got
is Life Matters,
on the
2:48
morning
runtime.
of Friday, September 7th.
Botham John's mother, Allison, awash in anger and hurt after the evidentiary search warrant released the same day as her son's funeral identifies items removed from his apartment after he was shot and killed by off-duty Dallas police officer Amber Geiger. Her pain at the inventory list, including 10.4 grams of marijuana, with no indication of who the marijuana might belong to.
I don't know my son to be involved in such. And I want to find out whether the toxicology reports on Amber has been released
2 minutes in the package.
because she was the murderer.
Allison John also questioning whether Officer Geiger's apartment and personal vehicle were ever searched. That's unclear. There are multiple other warrants that were issued, but they've not been made public. This is bookend video of Amber Geiger in the Kaufman County Jail 3 days after the shooting, charged with manslaughter, not murder, as the family believes she should be, and still with DPD as the investigation proceeds. While the John family attorneys acknowledge the search warrant inventory on Botham John's apartment is a public record, they question why media was tipped off, calling it a smear campaign by some inside the
All right,
department.
Daryl.
Whoever is leaking that information, they understand that the only way to cover up for police officers is to tarnish the reputation of the victim.
Geiger, through a Texas Rangers arrest affidavit, said she parked on the wrong floor, went to Botham John's apartment mistakenly. She lived exactly one floor
That's
beneath
not
it.
Lee, too
Placed
late.
her key in the door lock. The door was slightly ajar. Saw a large silhouette moving across the apartment, unholstered her weapon, gave verbal commands that were ignored, and fired twice. Botham John was shot once.
Ready, Lee?
We're here 8 days after his murder. Specifically, we're calling, we're
He's in.
demanding
40
that
in the
Officer
package.
Amber Geiger be fired, terminated immediately. She
That was
should
our last
not
phone.
still
Back
be
out
on
to
the
Sean,
payroll
camera 4.
for the city of Dallas.
John's mother says she's been calling
Son's
for a
life
fair hearing
matters
for
is
her
the
son
out.
and peaceful protest.
20.
But if information like that will come out to tarnish my son's reputation in his death, I will not sit back and see that justice does not prevail. It is time that we recognize that lives matter.
Stand by.
My son's life matters.
And dissolve my queue.
The documents made public today
One's
give a
an OTS,
glimpse
Steve.
into the investigation, but do not tell us whether a search warrant was served on Geiger's apartment or personal vehicle. We sent an email to Dallas Police asking whether Geiger's status, she's on paid administrative leave, would change. Also called and sent text to some city officials. No one has responded.
My queue.
Okay, Sean Rad in our newsroom.
Ready, one?
Thank you for the comment.
What is that?
Hurricane Florence is now a tropical
Ready,
storm and
D8?
blamed for at least 4 deaths, including a mother and baby killed when a tree fell on their North Carolina home. I'll show you a live look at North Topsail Beach. That's North Carolina. Storm made landfall there this morning as a Category 1
You got a package coming
hurricane. You
next?
can see, really, it's just minor destruction, but hasn't been cleaned up yet. You see the status. The worry right now is flooding, as the very slow-moving storm is expected to bring rain for days, and rescues are already underway.
Ready, sound an
Fox's
A.
Ray Bogan is in Wilmington, North Carolina, with more.
And take them.
Hurricane Florence is packing dangerously strong winds, but this storm is all about the water. As you can see, the Cape Fear River is already overflowing,
Yes.
and this river walk is underwater.
Rushing water
runs
surrounds coastal
124
homes in
standard
North
out
Carolina,
here.
marking the arrival of Hurricane Florence. The storm
Governor
barreled ashore with 90-mile-per-hour winds, tearing down power lines and large trees.
I think the street probably has some of the worst
What is
damage that I've seen in Wilmington so far.
But forecasters say it's the rain and flooding likely to do the most damage along the 11-foot storm surges.
Okay.
The storm continues to move extremely slowly, guaranteeing days of downpours.
Hurricane Florence
Governor.
is powerful, slow, and relentless. It's an uninvited brute who doesn't want to leave.
By midday, some parts of North Carolina already under more than 3 feet of water. Crews and neighbors braving the flooded streets to save people
So,
and pets from the
Johnny,
fast-rising
remote
waters.
4 you said for the
FEMA
game?
agents urge residents to listen
Okay.
and be smart.
Heed your local and state warnings. Protect yourself, protect your families. Don't put our first responders' lives in jeopardy.
Forecasters say Hurricane Florence could dump 18 trillion gallons of
All right,
rain
guys, tease
into
is next,
several
weather radar
states.
2.
That's as much water as the entire Chesapeake Bay. In Wilmington, North Carolina, Ray Bogan, Fox News.
And tease my queue.
All right, here's another live look at our forewarned weather
Break will be
radar. There's a strong chance of rain and storms. They're going to make things wet, maybe, for some Friday night football games. Dan's going to have more details coming up.
Break coming in 3, 2, 1.